Hello friends, it's Jackie Boho with Clumpin' Stampers. Today we are going to play with the sunshine vibes. Kind of goes with my shirt. Have a stamp happy day with the sunshine. This is a newer bundle. Okay, it's been out now for a couple of months, but I have like the coolest cards to share with you. We're going to make one, and it's part of a grouping of 5 cards, and you'll see why in a second. I've got some special greetings for you that you may not have seen yet, and then a whole bunch of show and tell because I've made a whole bunch. This set's really super cool. So I can't wait to share it with you. Have lots of tips that you may not have seen yet using especially the dies on this. So lots to teach you today. Let's go ahead, flip the camera down, and let's get to work. So let's just take a real quick peek at what I'm using. Okay, the Sunshine Vibes, and then here's the dies. I think I have them all on there. Have these pulled off because these are the ones we're using this time. And I have so many tips to share with you and so many different cards. So make sure you hang in with me till the end. This might be a little longer than my normal videos, but you'll see why in a little bit. Okay, we are gonna start out. I have some pieces here. I've got a bunch of die cutting to do, and so I've done a little bit of it first, and I just want to explain. This one die right here will cut out the, what do we got? 2, 4, 5 pieces of a rainbow at one time. So what I did, I started out by cutting, and obviously you get all the same color. So I cut out Daffodil, okay, Daffodil Delight, Secret Sea, Petal Pink, Mossy Meadow, and Cajun Craze. Whew, I got them right. And so I ended up with a complete rainbow, okay, all the different sizes of each color. Well, then when you start mixing and matching them, you can actually make 5 different rainbows when you use one of each. Now, I've already made 4 of the cards. I'm going to show you how I did them and make the 5th one that's part of this like collection of 5, okay? So we've already done that part. Now, what we want to do is we need to cut out this again, and we're going to drop these colored arches or whatever into this. And I don't know, it's hard to explain. You got to just watch. And we're going to use a piece of adhesive sheet. I found that the adhesive sheets are golden for this bundle and using these dies. If you've never used them before, okay, it's just you peel it apart, okay? And when I peel this apart, this is trash, okay? This is sticky. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to just stick it down on my basic white, okay? So that's going to be our adhesive, and you'll see it in action here in a second. Now, whenever you use adhesive sheets, kind of a little key here is you want to make sure that adhesive sheet is on the back side, okay? And that's going to be important. Now, these 2 dies will actually nest together like so, and you can run that through your die cutting machine, you know, all at one time, but for some reason I prefer to do it separately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go run this through, okay, and making sure I have it centered in here where that adhesive sheet is. So let me go do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, this video is going to have a lot of the I'll be right back. Now we're going to peel this off, and then we're going to take this one and set it on top of it, and then run this through the die cutting machine. So here's that adhesive. Make sure it's on the back side. And the reason I like doing these separately, I felt like I could better center this. See the little even white border all the way around? So let me go run that through the machine, and I'll be right back again. Okay, so we can peel this off, and you can see here, this is how I cut all of those, okay? 1 of each color. So these are just scrap for now. I gotta find something to do. Can we make a all white rainbow? Or you know what you could do? I could actually take my Stampin' Blends and color each one of these. There we go. That's what we're gonna do with those, because they have the adhesive on it, so you don't want to waste them. Now, this has the adhesive on the back. Now that's important because the next step you want to do is cut out another one of these. This one you don't need the adhesive on, so I did that already. There's my base. So we've cut that out. And now we are going to stick this on top of it. Now you want to, and with all of these, when we get to these pieces also, you're gonna wanna, oh, I can't grab it. where'd it go? There it is. You're gonna wanna be conscious of having the right side up. This one obviously, we gotta have the adhesive on the back, but you don't wanna flip this over because it is just a smidgen different. So in order for these to line up, which is what we're gonna do, we wanna make sure right side up. Remember, this originally was cut with the same die, so we know it's gonna fit exactly. And this adhesive peels off really easy. All you gotta do is get it started and peel it all off. Now this whole thing is sticky, just like a sticker. And I found the easiest way to stick them together is I'm kind of holding it down kind of far here, see? And I'm gonna start by I'm gonna line up, I'm gonna start on the left, line up that bottom, okay, come over here, because it can get out of shape a little bit, okay? Line it up. Once you got that bottom stuck, if you let go and you just kind of gently push it up like so, and then get it all stuck down. There we go. So that was kind of step one. And this is gonna make sense as we keep going. So now we're gonna take our rainbow pieces, and these we're gonna just stick down in each one of those little grooves. So let's grab some adhesive. Now you certainly could have, oh, that one's kind of gushing on me there. Hold on a sec here. This is where we want I haven't used this one in a while and it was upside down. So it's gonna goosh. Let's see. I don't want too much adhesive on there. Let's try to spread it out there because you just need a little bit, right? Ooh, I'm afraid that one's gonna goosh. Holy cow, it's still gooshing. Let's just do that. If you ever get too much on there, just kind of scrape it off. Okay, and then what you're gonna, oh my goodness, you guys, we got adhesive everywhere. Are you as messy as I am? We're gonna do that so we don't stick stuff to the wrong spot. Now, once I have that adhesive, again, I can start over here on the left and we're just dropping it down in that groove. It fits absolutely perfect. And that's where, again, you wanna make sure you've got that right side up or it's gonna be a little wonky fitting into the grooves. So then we're gonna keep, you know what, I'm gonna grab a different adhesive. Hold on a second. I think that one just sat too long. And so there was so much down in that tip, it's gotta get out. And then of course, we're hot mess today, guys. Here we go. Let's try this again. There we go. That's what I want, just a teeny tiny bit. And then once again, let's just stick it down in that groove and it fits. Let's see, right there. Okay. Now, you probably could do the same idea and just adhere these down. And I'll show you on a different card where I kind of did that. And then just kind of eyeball the spacing. But once I did it this way, I felt I really liked, one, how it looked, and it also helped me to get that good spacing between all of them. So options, lots of ways to use this bundle, which is what's so much fun with it. Okay, we're almost done. Let's get the mossy metal guy in there. There we go. And then one more. Now, just a reminder, this bundle is actually my bundle of the month. And this month, if you purchase $75 from me through my online store, you will get the free video class that goes with this. And it consists of 16 different projects, all using this bundle in completely different ways. All the cards are unique. So make sure you check out all the information for that over on my website because you don't want to miss it, especially if you like this fun bundle. Okay, there's our rainbow. What do you think of that? Now, our next step is we are going to make our card. And so for this, okay, we just have a piece, what do we got? 3 3/4 by 5. Now, as always, I will have pictures of all the cards I have to share with you, and I have a ton, over on the website. And there will be a link in the video description to take you right over to the specific blog post, so you'll be able to see these and grab all the details. So we are gonna go ahead and use Daffodil Delight, and I want a sun just kind of popping out from the rainbow. So what we're gonna do is just a half circle, and I'll show you how to do a full sun in a little bit. And I'm gonna kind of eyeball here. Let's see, probably, well, I haven't made this card. I have it like designed in my head. So we want our rainbow about right there. And then the sun, I want it down just a little bit. Okay, because I'm only going to do the half, and I want it peeking out. There we go. I think that worked. And then there's the sun rays. And with this, what you're going to do is we're just going to stamp it once, and then we can come around on this side and stamp it again. Okay, remember that's going to be all covered up. And there's our little rainbow. Okay, let's grab our dimensionals here, flip it over, and we're going to pop our rainbow up. So as soon as we finish this one, I will show you the other 4, because remember I said you can make 5 rainbows once you cut out all those pieces and mix and match them. And I made all of them a little bit different. Oops. Okay, so let's stick that. Want it kind of left to right, straight, covering up the sun. There's that. And then that's a little long. Let's go ahead and trim that. There we go. You know, it's funny because usually when I make a card on video, I've completely made it ahead of time. This one I didn't. I just kind of had it in my head. So I'm going to switch that. So the yellow and the yellow are kind of opposite. And we're going to go ahead and stick that right down there just to put a little color. And then we have a sentiment. Hope your birthday is full of sunshine and rainbows. And I don't know, do we want to pop that up? Nope, I think we're going to stick that down. Now, you may be wondering, where did that come from? And if you're not wondering, you should be wondering because it is not a stamp. I actually printed that on my computer. Now, I got, like I said, lots of show and tell. This is kind of my mess. I'm going to come back to this and show some tips. But I did a whole sheet that is all different sayings that go with rainbows that are perfect for on cards. And over on the blog post, I will have this as a PDF so that you can download it. I printed it on basic white, and then I just cut them out. I've done this with a few other sets. If you remember back when we had the lobster and the crab, it's just a fun way to get additional sentiments that go with the stamps. So I've got that. Now, I don't always mix my stamp sets a lot, but this one, there is a stamp set that came out back in May, the same time this one did, called something sailing. Oops, I can't remember. I'll have that information on blog post as well. But that stamp set it's a sailboat, and it has these amazing little cloud dies. And I really, really wanted to use them. Let's see, we don't want to cover that sun up, do we? But I wanted to a little bit. How about right there? Okay. I like the clouds with the rainbow. It just works. So you're going to see me using these clouds quite a bit on the other ideas as well. And then we'll go ahead and put this on top of a piece of Secret Sea, my new favorite black. You know, didn't it used to be brown was the new black? Now I think Secret Sea is the new black. And then we'll go ahead and put this on here. Let's see, like so. There we go. I want to say quick and easy. It maybe is not super quick, but it's easy. And what a fun card. I just love these colors together, the rainbow. You know, the fun thing is you really could do these in absolutely any color, but I've been sticking to the color scheme of the designer series paper that goes with this because it's kind of a fun out of the box to me color combination, and I've really enjoyed it. So there's our first card. Now I want to share with you the other ones that I made. Remember, 5 rainbows. So there's those and the other ones. And so you can see every one has a different color that it starts with because I just mixed and matched all the pieces. How fun are those? I'll have pictures of all these on the website with the measurements so that if you'd like to create them, now that you know the tips for putting the rainbow together. But again, you may be wondering, look at these. My sentiments, again, are all part of that sheet. Okay, let's bring this back in. And I had to play around a little bit, but I wanted to be able to cut out some of them with the clouds. Well, this is kind of hard to do, to line it up there. That's how I started. I'm like, okay, let's just cross our fingers and make sure it worked. Well, then I figured out a tip, and let me see if I got one here. See, these are all my used pieces. So obviously you want to cut this down, you know, the middle so that you can use it. But I made myself this little template. So there's one of each cloud cut out. Make sure there's the back. Make sure you always have the front. And what I did, see, they don't all fit. This is actually, I think, my first printout. Oh, please, one of these has to fit, doesn't it? There we go. We can go that one. The one that I have uploaded for you guys, I made some of these a little bit smaller so they fit in a small cloud. But I took my cloud and my little stencil here, I put over it. And then I took my die and I held this down so it didn't move. And you're able to stick your die right down in where that cutout is. And I even left that piece there so it wouldn't slide. And then I ran it through the cut and emboss machine. So you can see there will be better days ahead. You bring out the sunshine in me, and you are my rainbow on a cloudy day. So that's how these were cut out with that little tip. And these are all on that, where these, I just use my paper trimmer and cut them out close. So there is a set of 5 cards, because you kind of do 5 in 1, but I have more to show you. So let's set these aside. And let's see, where do we want to start? Okay, I mentioned the bundle of the month. This here is the card that I contributed to that. It's actually a video class where there's 16 demonstrators participating, and we each make a card in a short video. So this is the one I did for that. So you'll get all the instructions with this in that video class, plus the 15 others. But I wanted to give you a peek at it. Done kind of the same, but here I use these fun other pieces that are the die to make our rainbow. And then I have more. When the first thing I always do when I get a stamp set is I start playing. And I actually look at the catalog or on the Stampin' Up store for ideas. Most of these, I know this one, that's how they started out, by looking at the ideas that the Stampin' Up artist did. And I tweak them a little bit. But you can see all of these, they are easy. They might not just be quick because there is a lot of die cutting. Adhesive sheets help a ton, okay? But you can just see here are all the different ideas I made. So there's 5. I showed you 5. So we got 11 different cards here, plus 15 others in that video class. So I wanted to share lots of tips for you. These were a little bit unique with the way we put the rainbow together. And I wanted to share the fun document that you can go download over on my website so that you have some other greetings other than these nice, hello, darling, sending good vibes, thanks. All great sentiments that are part of the stamp set, but it's fun when you can take it a little bit further. So make sure you go check out the blog post, pictures, details, as well as if you place an order this month, you'll get that video class for Boho Vibes, 16 different projects, including this one. And you'll get a PDF with all the measurements, all the supplies, and then a short video for making all the cards. You'll be able to make so many different things, especially then when you try these additional ideas that I've shared with you today. So thanks for watching, friends. Don't forget to subscribe, share my channel with your other crafty friends, and I'll be stamping again with you real soon. Have a stamp happy day.